Yo, YouTube, what's good, what's good, what's good? It's your boy JR, Justin here. We got another video, we got a good one for y'all today. So this video right here is for my leaders, for my young men out there who want to grow, you know what I'm saying? Who want to grow, who want to better themselves, who got high level of thinking. It's for y'all today. So today we're reacting to Jordan Peterson's advice to young men. So as a young man, I'm 22 right now. So as a young man who grew up in a single parent home, just my mama, I'm definitely interested what he has to say and his opinions and his thoughts. So let's get into it. Let's see what he's talking about.
Do you think there is a identity crisis right now for both men and women, that they don't really know what position do I need to be a real man or a real woman? You think there's some of that going on?
I think, let's start with a male.
That's definitely true. And you know what I hate the most? I hate when women be like, like they know how to explain it. I hate when women be like, be a man, or you're not a real man, or something like that. Like, how do you know you a woman? How do you know? How you know what it takes to be a man if you're a woman? Please let me know. How do you know what it takes to be a real man if you're a woman? I hate one, because my sister be saying, I'll be like, shut up. But I think there's definitely an identity crisis. That's been happening. This ain't nothing new though. This ain't nothing new. It's nothing new. It's been happening. I mean, I'm saying like the beginning of the time, it's been happening. Like, I mean, I don't mean it's good. I'm just saying like it's nothing new. It's probably more prevalent though. I'm not even gonna lie. Probably so. Part
of that. So I think that right now our society is criticizing itself. That's part of, let's call it patriarchy theory. And the idea is the hierarchies that are characteristic of our society are male dominated and predicated on power and tyranny. Okay, so I don't buy that. I think that any hierarchical structure can degenerate into tyranny, but I think that most of the hierarchical structures in the West are about as good as hierarchical structures ever get. And if you think we can do without hierarchical structures, then you don't know what you're talking about, because you can't organize your perception without a hierarchical structure, and you can't organize people in terms of pursuing a valuable goal. You can't even say that a goal is valuable without producing a hierarchy. So there's no getting rid of hierarchies. Now then you can say, well, yeah, but the hierarchy is based on power.
Hierarchy is not always a bad thing, though. It's not always a bad thing to be under somebody, what I'm trying to say. When I say under somebody, I mean submitting under another one's authority and leadership. That's not a bad thing. I feel like that's necessary in a society. Everybody can't be the leader. Everybody can't be the king. Somebody got to be the servant. Somebody got to be the maid. Somebody got to be the warriors. Somebody got to go get the food. Somebody got to fight. Somebody got to do everything. So it's always a position for everybody. There's always a position for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can't be the king. And that's okay. It's okay.
And it's corrupt. And I don't think that's true in the West, although hierarchies can become corrupt. Okay, so let's say you do buy that though. The hierarchy is patriarchal and it's corrupt. Well then let's say you're a young man and you're ambitious. Well then obviously you're corrupt too, because your ambition is to take your place in the corrupt hierarchy. And so because the hierarchies aren't tyrannical and because they're based on competence, your ambition, if you have any sense, is actually to become competent. But if you confuse that with a power drive, and there's tremendous confusion about that, then you confuse young men because they think if they're ambitious and they want to get ahead, let's say, they want to be useful and competent, that they're somehow buying into the tyranny. So you actually punish the young men for their virtues. And I actually think that that's part and parcel of this critical process, because I think that one of the things that drives the people who are theorizing about the tyrannical patriarchy is that they absolutely detest competence. And it's a deep war. So it's very annoying. It's very hard on young men, but it's also hard on young women. So it's hard on young women because they end up with partners who are confused. They're confused about the relationship between masculine and feminine. They're confused about to what role they should play out in the world. Apparently, it seems to be fine if a woman wants.
That's definitely true. I feel like a lot of women are confused about what role they should play in the world. And I feel like, honestly, y'all not finna like this, fellas, but honestly, it stems off from men. Because I feel like if a man play his role well, a woman won't be confused what role she has to play. Women, bro, listen. All right. I need to do a dating. I need to do a female video, don't it? Check me out. Women, bro, they love to be led. Bro, women, I don't care how hard she is, how hood she is, how gutter she is. I don't care, bro. Women love to be led. But the only thing about it is take the right man to lead her. Every man can't lead her. Every man not going to press the same buttons that are required for her to be led correctly. You feel me? So I get what he's saying. And a lot of that stems back on men. Because a lot of men have changed these days, bro. A lot of men, I feel like, ain't real men. Like, they not stand-up guys. You get what I'm saying? So they don't really understand. I mean, as a man, I feel like they don't understand what it really means to be a real man. You feel me? So if you don't understand what it means to be a real man, how you gonna understand how to lead a woman? A real woman. I ain't saying one of these. I'm saying a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
To play a patriarchal role, that seems to be perfectly fine ethically. I don't understand how that can be the case if the patriarchy itself is corrupt. It's corrupt, but it's okay if women occupy the positions of power. It's like, okay, how does that make sense? Well, none of this makes sense. Part of the reason it doesn't make sense is because it isn't designed to make sense. It's designed to be destructive. Now, there's more complications than that. There's lots of reasons why people are unstable in their roles now. And one of the big reasons is the introduction of the birth control pill. So we still haven't adapted to that by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. That doggone pill, boy. It's a long, y'all need to look it up, bro. Look it up. Look it up, the birth control pill, why they made it. Look it up, bro. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Go look it up. Y'all go look it up on the birth control pill and why they made it and everything, bro. It's crazy.
Nation, God knows how long it'll take. It's a huge biological transformation for women to have voluntary control over their reproductive function. You can't possibly overstate how massive a technological revolution that is. It's like a biological mutation. You know, it's like we're a different species. It's really a big deal. And so there's plenty of waves produced by that, and we haven't sorted that out at all.
Do you think that is becoming the norm that, boys, like we had a guy today, Trent, asked the question, hey, I'd love to ask, Dr. Peterson, I'm a new father today, raising kids today. How different is it to be a father today than before? Do you think he who controls the mic dictates how people should live and think, like men and women? And today the mic is controlled by media, and media is telling us everything, and it's controlled by 80% on one side. Do you think that's where the influence is coming from, and that's where the whole postmodernism's influence in the younger generation?
Well, I think it's hard to say.
I mean, you can only get controlled by media if you allow it to control you. If you don't watch it, it can't control you. If you don't dine on it, even if you watch it, but if you don't let it consume you, it can't control you. So I get what he asking, but at the same time, those people that's being controlled, they're at fault because they are allowing themselves to be controlled by something that they know is biased, by something that they know is not all the way true. You feel me? So.
I mean, the criticisms that we've been discussing are in some sense justified because it's reasonable to look at a hierarchical structure and to be concerned about the degree to which it becomes tyrannical. Hierarchical structures tilt towards tyranny. You have to be awake and you have to be ethical in order to keep them straight. But the criticism has gone so far as I'm concerned, that it's critiquing the entire idea. It's gone way down to the bottom and critiquing even the idea of the sovereign individual, which I think is a catastrophic. Mm-hmm. It's a catastrophic problem. And it's so interesting to see the response to people after my talks, say, or as a consequence of watching my lectures. I have people come up to me every night, because I talk to about 150 people a night after the talks. And so many of them are happy because they've put their lives on firm foundation, because they found a little bit of encouragement in my lectures, saying, look, it's good for you to go take your place in the world. Have some ambition, have a vision, have a goal, have a strategy. Try to be a good person, not because it's your duty precisely, because that's the proper way to live.
I can go into that, but I'm not even about to. Why does my voice keep going out? All right, bro. I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank y'all for tuning in, bro. Like, comment, subscribe. We just getting started. It's just the beginning. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. I'm gone. Peace.